Welcome one and all to the night before Michael's big tournament. So the biggest tournament we have had in NI or Ireland. 56 players. It's a GBHL IHL100. I am bringing Fangorn, the fist of Fangorn if I started to call it. I'll get a nice little shot of them at some point for you. And yeah, going full banter mode for this one. Hopefully hit the pints pretty early after finishing quick games and have a bit of a laugh because there's lots of like internationals and stuff coming over to this one. Should be really good. And we've got a bunch of guys that are playing that haven't played in a while as well, which is class. Just trying to figure out this terrain for Michael before we go. A few of us are helping him with a few tables to set up for it. So I'm doing 3. We're going to have the snowy board. We're going to have an arm and hen one. I'm just trying to get this all fixed up. And then we're going to have a desert one as well. And just boxes of stuff. Got like 4 or 5 boxes downstairs. And then 2 mats to bring. And then Collie's bringing one of the mats. So yeah, it should shape up to be good, and we'll see how we get on. So, alright. And here's the bays. We've got Paul and Barry on foot. Paul and Barry mounted. Tree Bizzle. He'll be coming in as always with the trusty Randy, the Ant. We have got Quick Bizzle coming in with the hurt and slightly broken Bert, the Ant. See, he's missing a few branches off the top. And of course, always Beach Bone on his own, eating his little orc compatriot as always. So really looking forward to running these. I'm going to try and use the Fangorn dice for the crack as much as possible. I hate them. Every time I roll them, I never get a 6. But superstitions as always. I will use some of my other dice maybe for might and stuff. But I'm going to try and give them a wee go and just keep the theme rocking. So yeah, really looking forward to this. And yeah, can't wait to see who I end up against, and let's go! Not quite as lovely a morning as the last tournament. But Big Lambs is up, I'm up. The terrain is stacked. And we're ready to go. Just waiting on Garo, Jan, David, and let's fucking rock. Give a wave. Look like a bad so it's gonna be like an upstairs with like almost like fucking view.
It's nice like
we're playing, yeah. So day 1 we started off with a quick look around the tables. Massive shout out to everyone who donated terrain and brought it with them in order to get these set up for Michael. Exploding Dice, Nicky, Connor, Andrew Buckley, he always brings some amazing stuff. John as well. Yeah, and everyone else who did that, because the tables really looked great and there weren't, I don't think there was many that really resembled each other at all. So I brought Ents along to make sure that I had a bit more of a fun day, ignored objectives entirely and just trying to do my own personal objective of racking up the bludgeon kills to try and get to the grid 60 over the weekend. More on that later to see if I actually got there. My first game was up against Jmacc from Jmacc's Armies of Middle Earth. Great channel if you haven't seen it already. He had Brock Galadriel, and he was up against Treebeard in Contest of Champions, one you might think is impossible for Treebeard to lose, but we seem to challenge that a little bit in our game, and yeah, it was a hilarious game. We led each other away with murder, but it ended up being really, really funny as we were obviously vlogging each other. So yeah, great first game and really set the tone for how the rest of the weekend started to go. How good is this? It's so good. Fucking hell. Monsters are going to have a hard time walking through it. My ants will just blend in. That's the best thing. No one will know where they are. Just get a quick look at Goblin Town.
No, I made all the them, did you? I painted that and made the nice scene.
Hey guys.
Hello.
And as it turned out, we happened to also have 2 Ivans at our event. Let me get a wee, It's absolutely fucking brilliant.
Right, firstly, welcome everyone. You're very, very welcome here. I'm so grateful you've come. We've got 2 Iwans as well, which is just fantastic. Makes it really hard on the top tables to know who's going to win.
Are they both good? Or?
One is, I'll leave you to determine which one it is, but we'll find out. Look, first and foremost, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for showing up and participating to make this the biggest event on the island of Ireland thus far. I have a lot of thank yous to get through here and then some announcements for the event, so I do hope I can rely on your patience to get through this as speedily as possible. So thank yous. My partner Imogen has been brilliant. She's supported me through this and she's made some 15s for people to have, which I'll distribute later. And the We Play Shamrocks in all your packs were made by her too. So yeah, blood, sweat and tears went into them and really grateful to her. Thank you also to Mark, Bernie and the A-Mark team. They're the guys who run this place. They'll be doing your food, your drink, and they've been fantastic in helping facilitate getting in here, getting set up, and I think so far this looks like a fantastic venue and I'm really excited to be here. So very grateful to them for a wonderful location and their help. Also want to thank our local club support. We've Adam at NCG, who's been brilliant in the community, Stephen, Sharon and Peter at Exploding Dice, and also the guys at Lisburn Gaming Club. Thank you to all of them. This event can't happen without the support of the local community, and it's been brilliant. So many people have just come out of the woodwork and offered terrain, and the fantastic array of the boards we have here is because of all the people who supported and provided stuff. So to quickly run through them, a huge shout out to Nicky Forsyth. Sorry, I'm not used to using a mic, by the way, so it's going to keep cutting in and out. But Nicky has gone above and beyond for this event. All the wee tokens that I still have to distribute to the table, sorry, but all the wee tokens in your pack and stuff, he and Sharon did them. And he's done a lot of painting of terrain and provided some boards for this event. Very grateful, thank you Nicky. Special thanks too to Andrew Buckley for his fabulous boards. They are looking so well. Also to Conor Glover, John Dorian, Euan Collins, Conor Whitla, John Foster, Chris Baird and Collie Doherty for their generosity in providing terrain, mats and tables for this event. Thank you so much guys. Thank you also to Ivan, Macc, Hamill, Sean Sproul and everyone else. There's probably too many to name who's offered to help and support this event through providing stuff and bringing things. Really grateful to you all, thank you. Also for the coverage, thank you to Rob Mycock, thank you to Team Atomic, Golems Gamers and Wooks of Mirkwood for all the pre-event coverage they've helped me do. Thank you also to John McCorkadell, who I believe might be doing some vlog coverage around the event. And a huge thanks to Conor Glover for his vlog coverage of this event and his support. For everyone who's travelled from far afield, i.e. across the water, at some point Conor and I might ambush you just to get a wee talking head with you about who you are and how you've come to the event and where you've come from, so hopefully that's alright with you. And also a big thank you in advance to Calvin for taking photos later, much appreciated man, thank you. David Murphy, I'm presuming that you bought your laptop and I'd like to thank you if you have for the use of that. You're fantastic in providing it and we really appreciate you.
I did bring it.
Yay! Yay for David Murphy! Make life easier!
But it isn't charged!
And we're getting to the end of these now. Thank you also to the partners of all those who are participating, who supported their partner in being able to attend the event, especially for those who are gracing us with their presence later. And finally, thanks again to all of you for bearing with me while I get through these thank yous, much appreciated. So, on to the event announcements. We'll start with the unpopular one first. Sunday, I would like the first game to start at 9. So ideally, if you can get here for 8:45 and we can just go straight into it. The reason, not to cast the blame from myself, but it's certain Scots booked a very early flight home, so we're going to try and compress the day a little to make sure they can actually get to the airport.
Fuck's sake, lads.
So I will do a post on the event page just to remind you, but it's just to let you know ahead of time here. Photos of the event are actively encouraged. I would be very grateful if you would also send them to me by whatever medium we're in touch. If anyone has any issues with being in photos, please come speak to me about it. Right, each board is going to have 3 film reels on them. Please ensure that they are left there after the game in the centre of the board. As for TOing, I'll be doing laps of both the halls we have here. So if you need me and I'm not near, come on, get me. Give me a shout. I will be expecting players to try to look through the books and the FAQs prior to asking me queries or asking me for a ruling. So please keep that in mind to do a bit of legwork before you grab me, because I'll probably be needed several places. If you have any in-game issues, please raise them immediately. If you feel unsure or uncomfortable about something, you're best just to ask then and there. 9 times out of 10, stuff and issues can be quickly clarified or put right there and then on the spot. I'll be hard pressed to do anything if issues are raised to me post-game that could have been resolved during it. And it's quite a sucky feeling to deal with the hindsight and what could have happened if you just said something then. So that said, if you have any issues, please feel free to approach me at any time. Although please don't move terrain, just give me an ask if you think something should be somewhere different or it's not really working with the scenario. Certain types of terrain will be played as seen, so for example there's some pieces with steps which obviously mounts couldn't run up. Others might need clarification from myself, such as can models fit through a wee gap. Just give me a shout and I'll be happy to clarify that for you. Tables have been set up with chairs on either side, and that is the way the board should be played, so please do not play across the ways. None of that gaming, thank you. So at lunch I will make the painting announcements, so please keep an ear out. Basically what we're going to do is, when all the games are finished, I'll try and have a couple tables set out where everyone who wants to go for best painted army can put their army out, and just a wee label saying your name and the name of the army or what have you. You will see in your packs there is a slip for favourite opponent. Save that for tomorrow. The slip with all the best painting votes is the one I will need you to all complete fully today at lunch. So we will get through that, hopefully in good time. We'll do the best painted army first, and then when we've got all the votes for that, we will do the theme board and best miniature. When you're putting forward your display board, it can have the army on it, but when you're putting forward for best painted army, don't put out your display board. When you are voting for best painted, please vote for the Please vote for the army you think is the best painted, and then the second best painted and the third best painted, so like rank them as your personal podium. So that's how we'll split lunch. Speaking of lunch, food will be available from the bar from 11:30 to 2. So if you finish your game early, feel free to go to the bar and order. Just get in during that time and preferably eat during that time. Lunch is probably going to run to around 1:30. I'll let you know during the course of the day. And yeah, just please get your food orders in promptly with Mark there. And he will ring a wee bell when it's 11 o'clock and booze will be available. Right, we're near done. Please hand in your scores together promptly after your games, as per your score sheet instructions. So some of the boxes will be for you to fill out and some will be for me to fill out, so don't fill in them. Don't forget the Silmaril side quest and how that works is in the rules pack. It's probably on the event page 2. Don't forget that if certain scenarios come up, when I roll them, there might be a few wee amendments that have been posted or were in the pack that you need to be aware of. And I can really feel like I'm overwhelming a bunch of you now with this massive amount of announcements, so we're nearly done. There's a couple prizes that haven't been hitherto announced. One of them is inspired by Scottish friends, there we go. It's called There Can Only Be One, so sort of Highlander themed. We have several names here that are quite popular across the course of the event, and they are Connor, Dave and Chris. So if your name starts with Connor, Dave or Chris, you will be competing to kill the most leaders against the other Connors, Daves or Chris's in your van. If you don't have that name, I'm sorry, it's not my fault, it's your parents. So yes, we've a great wealth of people who have those names here. So yeah, most leader kills over the course of the event, and you get a wee prize, and the tiebreaker will be highest position for that person.
Which bracket do I fit into?
You'll be a Dave.
Okay.
We didn't have 3 Ivans, otherwise, that'll be fine.
You're an Ivan now.
Okay, so these are the main first scenario announcements. All the tables have numbers. I will, after these announcements, post the pairings, and each one has a table number, so please make your way there. How are we doing for time? 20 to 10. 20. Okay, at 10:02 we will start the first game. The first spot prize for the first game is the first person to kill their own model. For each round, there are 2 spot prizes available. So if
Can I just throw Marion Pippin as a stone or something?
If you fulfill the spot prize conditions for killing your own model, give me a shout as soon as you can, because somebody might be hot on your tail, so just catch my attention, I'll be floating. Give me a shout, tell me what happened, we'll get you your wee prize. Yep. So does anyone have the match play guide book to hand? I think I as the TO would be prepared. But great. I see several of you. Wonderful. So the first dice. Do you mind opening on the way? Just from scenario 1, and we'll see what we roll. It has symbols on it. It has symbols. So if it's a 19 or a 20, we will re-roll. It's 20, of course.
Critical hit.
Right, scenario 8. What is scenario 8? One of the old ones. Contest of Champions.
Let's go, Trey Bear.
Swingy scenario.
I know what not to do.
So obviously now I have to spend more time telling you what happens. In Contest of Champions, your leader kill VPs, and it's important you get this right, will be 2, 4, 6, 2 for more, 4 for double or more, 6 for triple or more. You get 1 point for breaking, 3 for breaking and being unbroken, and you get 1 point for wounding the enemy leader, 2 for killing them, 3 for killing them with your leader. Okay, so those are the wee changes for contest. And I'm going to shut up now, and I will post the draw, and please make your way to the tables. We're starting at 10:02, okay?
John and I are doing videoception. Ents versus Galadriel. Contest of Champions. Let's see how this goes. Line up. The Eye of Sauron is what your camera is at this point. You should get like a reasonably confident.
I think if I win this, I deserve a pint.
If you win it, I will buy you a pint. That's the deal. That's the deal. So me and John talked so much shite at the start of this game, during deployment, that I completely just set up in the most ridiculous possible way, where I managed to leave a exact 25mm gap that you couldn't do if you tried, between Beachbone and I think it was Beachbone and Treebeard. It's pretty much allowed John to trap Treebeard, but he very, very kindly offered me to, if I wanted to fix it, if I wanted to close them in, but we were like, nah, Treebeard kills a few guys, pretty much it's game over in contest, so let's see if he can kill him in turn 1. And then Galadriel's unlikely to kill any Ents, so I guess will be a bit more of a fair game, other than I'll have to chase down Galadriel, because the scenario, as we've seen, had been changed a little bit. Contest of Champions being that he now scores the 2 points by killing the leader, even if it isn't his leader. So yeah, it was a really, really funny game. We constantly, as I said, just led each other away with stuff and had a right laugh with this, and I got defeated 3-1, so definitely should be getting a prize, I think, for losing contest with Treebeard against little Galadriel. Quick Beam, for once, was the surviving hero. Dead pile, but to be fair, you killed pretty much all of mine as well. Good game, John. Good game. Fucking 100%. Videoception has happened. So after a nice quick game, it gave me a chance to get a little look around the rest of the tables. Did a little run through. How's Lee and Nicky getting on?
My hair is murdering me.
Okay.
Brian's still alive. That's something.
Right.
He's surrounded by Armadillo, Legolas, and Guayos.
I was up against Galadriel, so I suicided Treebeard, turn 1, land trap and kill them all and made it a fair game. Fucking hilarious. Me and John, he was playing, so we was videoed each other. It was a videoception. Right, go ahead, sorry.
I strike.
You go down to 8, so I'll automatically be higher than you with Y here because I stretch. I'm going down to up to 10. So I can't paint with Legolas, I can't paint with Harvey Dewey, but I'm still higher. So let's go 3 dice on Harvey Dewey first. I got a 6. So you're trapped, and I'll strike with, you've got 2 wounds, no bait, so do 5. So I'll do my 6 strikes on 4s with Y here on 5. Yes.
Dead Trident, is that?
Yep.
We
And I
hardly
can
knew
a point of
you.
might.
How you getting on, Rob? It's a lovely board.
So I think combat.
Yeah, I think so.
So your priority.
How you getting on, boys?
Getting on. Go to the chat.
You.
I'll do the first one against the serpent. Yep. And the second one against the serpent. You're fine. And then we will do 22.
How's the game going, boys?
Good. All good.
Elendale's killing everybody.
I had Treebeard against Galadriel and managed to lose 3-1.
Did you? You played
John, I suicided Treebeard turn 1 just with like to allow him to trap him, just to see if he could kill him for a laugh, to see if it would be a more fair game, and then he killed him, and it was a more fair game. And then they just started like the ends broke him, like killed like this one nearly his whole army, but it's good fun. 3-1 loss. How'd you get on, Dave? Just made your submarine a wee bit now. Nothing happening there. Balrog still kicking.
Yeah.
Shame.
Lovely friendly legion.
I'm gonna fight Army.
As will I.
Ivan versus Alex. Quick shot, lads. This is a good looking table, this one here. 2 good looking lads. How's it going?
It's surprisingly well if you look at the board. Doesn't look like, I mean, obviously 5 kills, the Emperor's got none. Did you just lose that there, the Emperor? No.
Death Cross.
Yeah. He's fighting that one as well.
Keyboards. That banner was shite, Chris. He wasn't pulling his weight there whatsoever, no. It's a lovely table, this, isn't it?
They're making mischief.
We'll go up and see.
So I'm going to fight. 2 banners.
And then as lunchtime rolled around, we got to get a look at all the armies put out for best painted. I love this one. Isn't it? Very Japanese looking or something, I think. It's, I don't know. A lot of Dragon Emperors. Sorry, lads. This is great. Isn't it?
The crack is unbelievable.
I should have written that he has an orc in his chest, because nobody seems to realise that I stuck an orc in there. Because it's Beach Bone, he hates orcs. He needs to be eating an orc. I fucking love this signal tower though. Around here, there's a view of the lovely ones in the light. And then we'll jump round to Louis one wee second. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Chris, can I just get a quick view of Louis? I know, I'm a bastard.
To take 1 more minute to go finish your voting, give me your slips, and we're going to roll the next scenario, and then I'll ask you to head to tables. The time is currently I can't tell the time. 13:22. Right. We're going to try and start the next round at 1/2 okay?
2, we have breakthrough against Dunlands with our lovely Ents. We're up against the lovely John Foster. Let's have a great game, man. I can get your name right, correct?
John Foster, yes.
Fantastic. That's always a good start. So we'll see how we get on. Let's go. Priority roll. We'll get this on, I guess. We'll use the Bradford dice. 4 goes to myself. Any heroics from yourself, sir?
No heroics from me.
And nothing from me either. Let's go. So game 2 we rolled was breakthrough. I was up against the second Dunland army at the tournament aside from Nicky's, and that belonged to John Foster. He was a really lovely opponent. We had a really good fun game in this one. With all the strength 4, I was thinking he could cut down the trees quite quickly. A couple of rocks into Thryden and him charging him the Ents and getting subsequently crushed. Pretty much put an end to that after Gorlf also took a stone to the head from Mary, finishing him off. So quite a few bludgeons in this game. I think after game 1 with John and game 2 with the other John, with John Foster, it ended up about 33 or so bludgeons to kick off. So it was over halfway to my target already. But we'll see. Well, quick beam, get the Silmaril.
2 hits, 6s by 5s.
Oh! Oh, who's that on?
On this guy.
Oh, so 6-4 to the Ents. Very close. John pulled back some points from being here, keeping this objective and keeping this objective. 2 models instead of quick beam. I pulled 1 from here, mitigated 1 from here, and then kill and break. Generally quite a close game considering I rolled a lot more 6s than what I feel I should have done. I feel awful. I do apologise, John. John, what did you feel about that game? How do you think that went?
It was a great game.
It was fun.
Really
Good
enjoyable.
fun.
Some great moments in it.
It's hard to get past the Ents when they just roll 6s.
It's hard to get past the Ents when they roll 6s. I had not a great turn with courage rolls.
Yeah.
But then the following
Yeah,
turn,
exactly.
they exploded and
They seem to
everybody
go
got in
quite
the
well.
next turn. So
Losing Thryden early was a bit of a bastard, but
it was a bit of a tough blow. But all in all, not bad. Also, 6-4 was closer than
6-4
I thought.
keeps us both in the. We'll probably move one table over again. So, my man, thank you so much for such a good game. Really appreciate it, and thank you. So another pretty quick game with another great opponent allowed me to move on and have another look around the tables for the day before leading into the third and final game of the day. 33 bludgeons. Yeah. So there's a wild flamingo here.
I'm not going to hold it against you, let's put it that way. He's moved half.
The great Jmacc. Actually won the second game. Don't know how to break through. Everything's going backwards today, John. Well, this is fucking cool. The 2 themiest players at the tournament suddenly playing each other. The great Belgian wonder versus our very own Carlo thing. The real king of Carlo. Sad to see in the band. The Battle of the Scots. Oh, great, Max. Won that one as well. Up to 33 bludgeons for today. The Michael Bradford dice, have you never seen it? Won that one 6-4. Alright. Up to 33 bludgeons for the day so far. 33 kills with bludgeon.
Single reroll, so model within 3 inches.
That's a beautiful man right there.
This one versus history fights.
God, this is a beautiful table.
5, 6,
What's Sauron doing in Mirkwood? He's wandered far. That's still a lot of hobbits. What's the empty base is all about?
They're the traps.
I see.
They're
I see. And the treb, how's the treb coming along, Ned?
It's done well.
Good.
7 balls in the head.
Against hobbits as well. It's like squishing fucking insects, man. This is a lovely looking table. Pity there's no Wrath of Brooms going off there. Might finish it just to go. Sure, this is a banterful game. Up to 33 bludgeons for the day. Got another. Hello. Only got 16 in that game, other than 17. You know. I just need to get the hobbits next. It is bloody hot up here.
6. Oh, that's it. He takes it.
So game 3, I was up against the great Hamish, so he had brought the Vanquishers. First time I met Hamish, and he's a great lad. We got on really well. We ended up playing 3 times, 2 actual tournament games and 1 just for banter after this one, because it finished literally in about 20-25 minutes. So he pretty much was 4-2, I think. He beat me, but pretty much a good table. I think one end might have survived. After that, we did a bit of a banter game. I took him completely off the table in that one because he didn't sit back. He just charged in. And then we ended up playing in the last game of the day as well, which you'll see. But yeah, really, really fun game. And then after this, we were able to end into the night's festivities.
Game 3, we have the Vanquishers in capturing control up against the trees. And our good man, Hamish.
What about
Let's go, my man. Let it beat you. Let's go. Let's get ready to rumble. Where's that in deck when you need them?
I think we'll take them, man.
And they're gone. The Ents are pretty much a hard counter to this list in certain ways. But I forgot that they can just renew each other, so I did a load of wins and they're like, oh, have all your wins back.
Yeah, because what is it? Elrond has renew and Radagast?
Radagast has renew, and then banish. You can banish just once a turn, constantly. Wound in an Ent, wound in an Ent, wound in an Ent.
Yeah, but you get free resist.
Yeah, but they didn't work.
Do you not have resistance magic on the Ents anyway?
But they still didn't work.
It's one of those dice game.
The 1s and 2s don't matter when you have resistance, Ben.
So, do the Ents lose?
Oh, yeah. Well, Hamish, what did you think of that incredibly long game that we just had?
It was a bit too long.
It was a bit too long, wasn't it?
I think
25 minutes is pushing it a wee bit.
the worst player won just a cunt with a fucking shitty legion.
Fuck you.
I saved Pippin. I didn't want him.
Saying that, we kind of let Pippin alive, but we'll say you tabled me because he definitely would have died. And all these are dead. So yeah. Treebeard pretends to be alive, but that's it. Good game, my man. Thank you so much.
Game.
Yes, it was.
I beat Sauron with a Corsair.
Well done, Andrew. That's the perfect time to start filming.
Ah, yeah, it's in no way ever worked that much.
Beautiful.
He does, he's gonna mobilise your tubby. He does. 6.
Banner on black.
This is a cool board for the Harald.
I'm on a 4 height. Banner reroll. 4 goes to you.
There's like 2 tricks I can use.
Doubling up. Get some. 2 against 2. 5.
Right. So it didn't work out as we thought, Ivan.
No?
No. 25-minute game.
Yeah, okay.
Not very many. He banished a lot, worked quite a lot. It was fun, we're going to have another one. I think it only took 20 minutes. 25 minutes, Rob. Completely done.
Really?
Vanquishers versus Ents. 25 minutes. Done. Yeah, I'm telling you. Just deleted them. I took all the wins off loads of them and then I forgot about renew and just... Oh no, they fucked me. No. I got them down to low, but then they renewed. I forgot they had renewed. Just renewed all their wins back. Man, didn't roll any more 6s.
2 on 2. Yeah, goblins are terrible turrets, except they also
Oh, what a fight this is. Just get up that tower and start killing some lieutenants for the fun, like.
Trying to get glowing up there.
Yeah, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 there. Moving on 4s.
Or 1.
You want to prioritize the banner, because if you kill them,
Big priority.
Three.
It'll pass to me. Would you like to call anything? I would like to call I'm just going to hurl you.
Charlie, mate. Charlie.
Connor, you've not finished it already, have you?
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago. Turns out the ants aren't so good against the vanquishers. No. Vanquishers annihilated. But it was only 4-2 because capture and control, we ignored every objective. So.
Finished all that?
Yep. Vanquishers and ants, mate. Absolutely deleted them.
This guy will move first as part of the combat.
Still on that one you bought me.
I don't. It's fun.
Oh, this is just the start. This is the start.
Oh, my game's way over ages ago.
What, seriously?
Yep.
What happened?
Vanquishers v Ents.
Oh. Oh no.
The fuck, he deleted me.
So after the last look around the tables on game 3, it was just time to have some pints, settle down a bit and have a bit of banter. So I sat out with the Scots, shared a few with them, and then went back inside to sit with the boys and get ready for the quiz, which we did pretty shit at.
I have one, and he is a Lord of the West. Just do it before.
I'll call a heroic combat Michael Bradford.
So can you? No.
Oh, is it like that?
No, it's
Unfortunately, due to being quite highly inebriated and getting shouted at for having my phone out during a quiz, I didn't actually get much footage of the night out itself. But we rocked on into game 4 the next day, all slightly worse for wear, and I was up with another really fun opponent, Mr. Ross Brannigan, or Trebuchet Ross, as we had grown to call him.
Versus... What have you got, sir? We got our deployment done. Legolas up here with his boys, Treebeard and Randy, and the rest of Randy's halls. And Ross, my lovely opponent.
yeah.
See how we go. So we'll do the first priority roll.
First priority roll.
Let's use the kitty
Let's
cats.
use that dice that you gave
Go.
me.
Yeah, we'll see. 2. Max. Let's try that again. 4.
You take first priority.
I'm happy with that.
So in this game, Ross pretty much had, it was a game where we had to have our deployments in the opposing corners. Ross had Legolas with a bunch of the Mirkwood elves at the top left, and then Thranduil with a bunch of the Palace Guard and the Lake Town Survivors in the bottom right. I decided to just march all of my ents towards Legolas, encircle him, and try and just basically mow him down. Which turned out to be a funny moment of him having to charge all these ents and try and basically force his way through. All the points that were in the middle, but I didn't care about that. I ignored that entirely. I just wanted to kill Legolas, which unfortunately I didn't even manage to do in the end. But yeah, it was a really, really fun game. Ross took that one 7-1, my first major loss of the weekend, but here couldn't have handed it to a nicer fella.
The Sentinel is going to make this guy ensure he passes his courage test.
Just big Thran, daddy. Still in at this end of it.
Now, because
end of the game, I think we take 1 objective at most. I think you still cancelled it. There's 3 guys there, 2 guys. You've got this one, so it's definitely a win to hold the Thranduil. Well done, my dude Ross. How did you find fighting the Ents for the first time?
fun. Yeah, it's very, very thinky.
Very thinky.
At all times I was like,
if he does this, do I have to do this? It's fun though. It's a very fun game.
Fight 8's hard to deal with, Fight 7's hard to deal with, and then hurls and barges like so.
I could have played it a different way. Could have gone finished for the
okay,
fight.
we're done. Yeah.
But I decided I think the blocking was the better call.
I think you did a really good job. A lot of people feed them, like I said at the start, and you managed to stop that. So there was never a point where I could actually really use the bludgeon because it just didn't make sense.
Didn't make sense.
So
highlight of the game was definitely I won't roll 6 2s and a 5 2.
I had 5 2s, 1 4. And Legolas getting wounded by a stone. That was fantastic. Yeah. That's the best picture of the weekend so far, I think.
I like that.
So thanks very much again, man. Really good game. Cheers. Game 5 to the death with the Ents up against a horde of orcs and the wonderful regular of Jmacc Wood, Mr. Dave Murphy. Good luck, sir. Let's see how we get on. Punch stuff in the face. So my game with Ross was actually the first one that took almost the full time, so I didn't get a look around the tables after that game. Instead it was straight into another game with our very own Dave Murphy. David brought a pretty heavy number force of Murnan and Orcs, all strength 4, quite a few heroes with strike, and managed to quickly surround an Ent, call a combat off them, move in the Treebeard, kill him, and then subsequently just conga line across my line of Ents and take them out pretty fast. I got a few bludgeons off in this one. I think I got my tally up in and around the 40 mark after this. Pretty far from my target of 60 for the weekend, so it was looking like I might not get there. Another really good game though. Dave's always a great game, and yeah, good fun, nice and quick, and it allowed me to get a look around the tables after this one. Final combat roll of the game. Final Ent of the game. He hardly knew you. Bit of a whitewash there. What did you think of that? Too easy to kill, Ents? Too easy to kill.
Far too easy to kill.
Yeah. They need a lot.
3 6 dead Ents.
Yeah. We think they either should have abilities with Bjorn shenanigans, or at least just make fucking Treebeard a banner.
Yeah.
Jay, please.
Also, make them harder to kill. They shouldn't be able to be trapped.
They shouldn't be able, yeah.
It shouldn't be that easy.
They should, I mean, realistically, they should just be able to walk over them, shouldn't they? Like, if they're trapped.
They should also be able to just go stomp.
Yeah, just walk over guys.
Strength 10 hits.
Yeah,
10 hits.
that would be like, just like the trolls. Yeah, definitely. Well, not much good done there. Nice, quick finish, and on to the last game of the day.
The other two can charge in well. Whether you want to do a black dart or something.
I keep forgetting this. Incorrect, that's not what I'll do. You will go
So he adds d6 to his strength, you add d6 to your strength, and the difference in strength values if he wins is the amount of wounds he does. So he can get quite high.
Is it like
It turned up.
Big John. Hey Mish. How's your game going?
Peter John's just realising how bullshit this is.
Yeah. It's good crack, isn't it? Some list.
So everybody doubles.
Okay, that's
What else to do really?
I'm done already, of course. You know, absolutely taken off the table in about 20 minutes there.
What were we playing against?
Murnan, just flat Murnan and Orcs. Strength 4 and all that stuff. It's going to roll a 1 or a 6, I bet. Always rolls 1s and 6s.
That was I said that and then realised it's not the way to do my quick guys. Ruining your vlog. Apologies.
Funny moments are always welcome.
It's a red
There's
one.
one.
Okay.
Oh.
Ready? Yep. A 5.
It's fine. That's a respectable 5. A respectable 5.
Currently fight 10, so we can get a 5.
Oh, dear.
Ruined.
Loving all those trolls. Wish we had actually might do a game last night. Lost 12-0 there, so just saying.
That's 3.
they won't get into your back.
This fellow will get on.
Does he have the same? He does, that's a good one. He doesn't have the snapping. They can't see them.
Four wounds, 1 wound.
Cheeky loom band.
Sarah, not a bear. Beautiful stuff.
And you're 5, 4, 4, tie, so roll up. 5, 6. Sorry, what was I will let that go.
So he's going to go here.
He's a beautiful Belgian man.
I can't be serious on the picture.
He's D5, he wears armour.
There is 1 wound left.
Okay. 1 fate.
In between round 5 and 6, and also slightly after round 6, we did manage to grab some interviews with some of the international contingents that had came over, and they shared our views on, or shared their views on what they thought of the tournament so far. Glad to say that it seems that everyone's overarching sort of outlook on it was that everyone had really, really good games. Even it being GBHL100, everyone seemed to prioritise fun. And yeah, that's great to hear, and really, really big shout out to Michael for being able to put on such a great event for us all.
I won, I roll. So, big roll off you. If I win this, he has to buy me a pint. If I win this, I was going to buy you a pint anyway. I'll buy him a pint.
No, I think John owes me a pint.
Like pints are back in the menu,
I'm just here with Rainey here. If you just want to give us your name, where you're from, Rainey, and what army you're playing.
So hi, I'm Raine from Finland. First time playing abroad. Really like it.
Brilliant.
Since I flew in, I had to bring something light. I took the bears, so 22 models. Awesome.
Grimbjorn and his boy, yeah, isn't it Grimbjorn and Bjorn? Yeah, damn right. And have you had any highlights, any particular games you've enjoyed the most, any moments that you've enjoyed the most?
Worry less about Frozen than I do.
I've enjoyed all my opponents. They've been really nice.
You could probably even get everybody.
Maybe highlight was tabling the previous opponent, and then in one game I killed Sauron, which has never happened before. So
I did hear earlier someone managed to kill Sauron with Shelob earlier, or paralyzed. No, it wasn't.
No,
they paralyzed. Was that you? Was it the bear? Yeah.
Shelob paralyzed my Bjorn, and then Sauron killed Bjorn, but then Grimbjorn came and avenged for its father.
Absolutely, bro. And do you think you'll come back since you've had a good experience?
Yeah, definitely come
Brilliant.
back. I'm already planning for it. So.
Brilliant. Well, there's another one in November.
The venue is the best, easily best where I've been.
I think it is the nicest venue that we've been in, especially having this nice cold room that we're in here as well. Thanks very much. We really, really appreciate that, and we're really glad to see you again at the next one. Cheers, buddy. With Dave, we're just going to get a few words to see how he's finding the event. So, Dave, just your full name, where you're from, and the army you brought today.
My name's David Farmer. I brought Mordor and Haraz, or mostly Mordor and a couple of guys.
Beautiful.
It's going alright. Highlight probably is I've won against the Emperor Legion twice in a row at objective scenarios. Very shaky, but we did it. Pulled it off. And then my reward was I got to the death against the Vanquishers.
How did you do in that?
It's great. I will say I was still outnumbering him at the end of the game, so I'll call that a moral victory.
That's not too bad.
Cilladan survived, so it wasn't a 10-0.
Not too bad. Thanks very much, Dave. Really appreciate it. I'm here with Louis Van Heck here, and we're just going to get a wee thoughts on his tournament so far. So, Louis, if you'd just like to tell us where you've come from and what list you've brought.
So I've come from Belgium, and I brought what we would call a yellow soup.
What does the yellow soup contain?
It's got Arnold, Khazad as the main components, then a bit of elves and Guayher, basically.
Brilliant. And any highlights, any favourite games of the weekend so far?
Most of them were really nice. I mean, all of them, actually.
It seems to be the running theme. Everybody's had really lovely games.
Yeah, I can't say I could complain about my pins. On the contrary, I'm going to have a tough time choosing a favourite.
Being able to pick one. Yeah, I think it's a lot of people are thinking the same. The prizes are so good for it as well. So
yeah, for me it's going to come down to the end. Which game was most memorable?
Yeah.
Whether I won or lost.
Yeah.
The win was nice.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Lou. We appreciate that. Enjoy your burger.
Thanks.
I'm just here with Jakub. We're just going to have a quick talk with him to see what he's thought of the event so far. Jakub, if you could just tell us where you've travelled from and what army you've brought.
So I'm originally from Poland, but I live in England, so I travel from Coventry, England, and I'm bringing a very thematic border list with 3 Ringgraves and a Spider Queen allied in.
Beautiful.
Currently I've won 4 games out of 5. I think I'm the second for the last game, so it's going quite well.
Doing pretty well, Jakub. Doing pretty well.
Doing pretty well, exactly. And the tournament, I really enjoy it. Very well organised, good boards, everything's fine.
You think you'll come back for another one then, for sure?
Definitely.
Any particular games that you've enjoyed the most?
I think the highlight for me was the game against Farharad, world champion. Will is a lovely chap, and my Spider Queen had her day of field day. She ate 3 of the heroes, including 2 Mahut Kings, so that was great.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Jakub. We really appreciate that, and it's good to see you, man. Thank you. We're here with another one of the players at the recent tournament here, and we're just going to get your thoughts. So, just what your name is, buddy, where you've come from, and the army you're playing.
I'm Larry. I'm from the Netherlands, near the Rotterdam White Scar group, so representing. I play a gross Lake Town Alliance. So just before it might be nerfed.
Love it.
First game of the tournament was Contest Champions against Sauron, so that sucked, but getting my way back up, so on 4 wins right now. So
good. Good to hear.
Hoping for podium.
Any specific games you've enjoyed the most?
I think Luke Helder, second game. Awesome game with Riven on Ice.
Really nice guy. Lovely list he's got. Yeah.
Awesome game.
Yeah, just high carve lists are always good fun, I think. It's always funny.
I was lucky with the scenario.
Yeah.
It was good.
Well, thanks very much, man. Really appreciate your words there, and hope you enjoy the rest of it. And you're going to come back for another one?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Probably.
Nice. Good man. Here with Jamie Wiggins and Alex Neves. So, lads, if you'd just like to both say where you came from today and what army you are playing.
Okay, so I've actually flown over from England, Chippenham, Wiltshire, Guardians of Wiltshire.
You?
And I am the one Assault and Lothlorien player at this event. That
Alex?
is going to be booed. I'm from Carlow and I'm playing Hedges Guard.
Brilliant. And Jamie would like to just pick up some of his highlights for the weekend and any specific games he's had. Jamie, if you'd just like to talk us through that.
So the last game I played, me and Alex actually played each other, and Alex was broken by the first turn of combat. With his knee dead as well, which was a very gross slug across the board whilst getting shot to death.
Yeah, to the death was a great scenario against AOL.
To the death, AOL. Licking my lips a little bit at that one. Tiny bit gross.
I forgive him.
And you're suddenly inspired to play an Assault and Lothlorien list, I believe, now, Alex.
Assault and Lothlorien or Dragon's Emperor, you know.
It's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
And any highlights for yourself, Alex, today?
Probably not letting Jamie Spider kill my leader. Refusing to take the fate after 2 wounds from
Both in the same games. Yeah. That's a brilliant one. Great.
I had a moment in the game before as well against David Coleman's evil Irish stew list. Where,
can I have everyone's attention, please? Guys outside, guys down the end.
Shadow Lord charged into Druzag, rolled a 5 high, and Druzag rolled a 6, and just no. Bonker fell beast on the nose.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, guys. Really appreciate that, Alex, as well. Game 6 is Retrieval, and up against the Vanquishers again. We did do a second game after the first one for the crack. Pure banter game. Hamish did very not as gamey things, just threw them at me and we managed to get 1 for 1, so this is the deciding game. Hamish, good luck, my man. So the next game against the Vanquishers was much like the first, went incredibly quickly. I basically just threw them over and over again into fights to just knock them prone as much as I could. Couldn't quite get the rolls I needed to kill them, and Hamish very much made his rolls for his cast. I think he just continuously rolled 6s towards the start anyway. Great game to end the weekend on. It was just top banter. We were both really shattered at that point, and I think we were just really glad to have a good fun one to end the day with. So thanks very much again, Hamish, and hopefully next time I'll equal up that score and make it 2 each with us. Ends versus Vanquishers battle. Championship for the winners. 2-1 indeed. 2-1 Hamish.
The sweaty army list wins.
Bert and Randy, the twins, are the only remaining ones. Every hero went bit the fucking dust, and both the hobbits. So, yeah, can't complain there. Thanks again very much,
A lot of
man.
resources.
Yeah, a lot of resources. So we're here with Hamish, and we are just going to go through some of his highlights for the weekend. Hamish, if you wouldn't mind just letting us know, where did you travel from, and what army have you brought?
I came from Scotland, and I brought the very themey and nice and fluffy, not miserable to play Vanquishers. Yeah, so travelled from Scotland, just a cheap flight across, and
Good time so far.
So love it here. It's a nice city.
What's your favourite moment of the weekend? You fought Ent twice now, so it's up there.
I've forgotten to do something again. Oh, I keep every game apart from the first game. I've not rolled 4 sight points on Elrond. So
Right enough, man. You've screwed yourself massively. Yeah, fucking hell.
So my favourite point then would probably be not using 4 sight points because they're overrated. But no, I think it was probably that fun game we had.
Yeah.
When I just used Galadriel's kind of like fuck
Yeah,
off
just
throw and
she just
like,
lies down.
"No!"
Yeah, and you're dead. Yeah.
And she killed Treebeard with it.
She did kill Treebeard
Then
with it.
proceeded to get absolutely pumped.
Fucking yeah.
So,
The other ends did the work after. It was a good game, man. Thanks very much for your words.
Pleasure to meet
And
you
hopefully
as
you
well,
come back down next time. Yes,
Sure
mate,
I
it
will.
was. It was. So with another very quick game with Hamish, I managed to, of course, grab that interview with him and then get a quick look around the tables, and topped it off with another quick interview with Kevin, who was our other Dutch compatriot rocking the Dragon Emperor Legion. Kevin actually has his own YouTube channel that I will try to put a link in the description for. He does some really, really high quality content. The videos are just, a lot of time has obviously been put into these, so yeah, I couldn't recommend more having a look. And then we went on to the prizes and announcements for the day to see how everyone had done and who took home the coveted Smaug.
I gave you a sweatier player with a told you
It's nice having your last game in this nice little room, isn't it, man?
So good. I think
he is trapped, yeah.
Connor, how big is the relic? Do you know?
Same size as the base. 25mm technically.
Oh wait, so you can sit on either side of it and pick it up.
If you sit on top of it, someone would have to kill you to be in base contact with it. Does that make sense?
Can I sit on top of it?
See what he's got.
Are beautiful to you? How goes it, boys?
Trandul v Sauron.
Kinda cool. It's kinda fucking cool. I like it. On my lovely Amon handboard that I brought with me. Alex being a scumbag.
Always.
Classic Alex. He's our favourite scumbag though.
Yeah, so I'm gonna so use a will point on the Witch King. I'm gonna come back with Suladan.
Although he's not. He's not.
Does this count as terrain?
Definitely. No, that's a signal car for me.
Throw fuckers in there, yeah.
That's not alcoholic.
Should be a banner. Banner beer. Is it not? It's nice though. It's pretty good. Yes. This looks a fun game.
Just not fun at all.
By a million dice.
I don't think Gorbag's actually within 6 yet. So on a 4+, another one of these, Connor. He always comes over when I'm rolling these Taskmasters. On a 4+.
Who are your colleagues?
Shagrat, because he's actually in range of the Taskmaster. Where there's a whip, Connor.
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
So Shagrat goes a free move.
Is that symbol a 1 or a 6 though? What's the...
Fuck you.
if I move him 2 millimeters, they're out of the board.
Oh! See, they did this to my aunts. He's not a very nice man.
No, I don't think so. Once again, he is going to be stuff here where hopefully that 6-inch stand fast bubble covers
Okay. Done.
Ball one shot.
So,
can you spear support if you shoot as well?
No, I can't.
It's up to you.
No, I'm not there.
I'm dead if I lose, I'm going to flap. Pull my red dice and -1.
That's a 6, you need a 6. Oh, he dies.
So we're here with Kevin at Michael's GBHL weekend. We're just going to get a few thoughts on how he's done. I think he might have done pretty well.
Yeah.
Kevin, if you'd just like to introduce yourself, let us know where you came from and what army you're playing.
Yeah, of course. I'm Kevin van Ravenswij, or Kevin van Ravenswij if you want to pronounce it in English way. I'm from the Netherlands. I've been playing, well, again since COVID. And I brought the Emperor Legendary Legion. I've done remarkably well on the tournament. Like, I saw the people that were attending, the list that they were bringing, and I was like, okay, this is a Shark Tank. I might do decently well, but I'm not going to end up on the top. But I've been pretty lucky with the matchups and the scenarios. I only had one loss, and it wasn't a horrible one, and I had some 5 really big wins. So I might have won the tournament, but we're not sure yet.
We're about to find out. We'll see.
I might have ended up 2nd or 3rd. We'll see.
Any favourite moments from the weekend so far? Any particular game moment stands out?
What stands out to me in general is just how nice the games have been. Like, normally when you're like at the top tables from the start, you always have a few games against other people that are really competitive and really secure of their measurements and stuff like that. Almost had none of that over here, so we're really. Yeah, it was really nice social games and not really, you know, measuring to the millimeter. Like, oh no, I knew you were trying to do that and stuff like that. So that was really nice. The last game, definitely a blast. Against a list of 65 orcs, just smash them. We just had a game where we'll just have some beers and we'll just smash each other. And you know, we're trying to play well, but you know, it's a lot of models. We'll just do a lot of fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It is. It seems to be the like overwhelming thing I've heard today is that everyone's just enjoyed all of their games over all weekend. So that's great.
Absolutely.
You have a YouTube channel as well, don't you?
Yes, I do.
If you want to give it a wee shout out there.
It's Lowlands Wargaming. We don't make a lot of videos, but we try to make them where it counts. So we try and make high quality videos. And I did shoot some B-roll, so we'll try and do a video on this event and do a bit of a review from my perspective.
We'll give it a little in the comment section or something as well. Get a few people on, you know. Well, thanks very much, Gavin. Absolute pleasure.
Thank
and
you.
hopefully you win. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Hello, hello. Woo! Can everyone hear me down that end? Yeah. Down that end? You can all hear? Wonderful. Okay. Well, firstly, well done. You've made it through the weekend. We are now at the prizes. That's epic. You can continue home soon. And yeah, look, I hope you've had a lovely time. I have to say a massive thank you to all of you for making this event so pleasant and so lovely, and for coming. Really appreciate having you here. Thank you. Well done.
Cheers, Michael. That's why I'm leaving.
So one of the pieces of like feedback I took home last year from the event was that the people who attended thought the atmosphere was so lovely and so wonderful, and I hope that was your experience this year of the event in general, the people around you. Thanks, Dave. But I actually wanted to share it was my experience. Like, I had a lot to do for this tournament, and there's a lot of learning from it too, hopefully for future years. But my experience of you guys, you did a lot of self-regulation. There were very few TO queries, disagreements. There was a lot of offers of help and a lot of people giving me assistance where I needed it with admin and stuff. Luke and Louis, thank you so much in particular, and Will and everyone else who was chipping in, really appreciate it. So thank you for providing a lovely atmosphere for me to really try something new and different and big here, and hopefully that's something sustainable that we can build on in the future. Much appreciated. So if you can cheesily give yourself a round of applause. Thank you also for making the day today go a lot quicker. I think things went more smoothly and we got rid of the Scots who were causing trouble. So no, annoyingly, one of them took home a prize. I'll announce it shortly, but one of them miss his opportunity to take home a prize. So we'll commend him, and we'll come on to that in a second. Clearly not planned this. So now they're not here, we can take our time a little and commemorate all the people who've done well with awards here, as well as those who simply participated. Starting with everyone's favourite award, the wooden spoon goes to someone who bought a really fun, different list and fought hard on the bottom tables all tournament, gave his opponents fun games with something completely different. It's Mike Wilson with his Gundabats. So, for those of you who attended last year, you might remember there was a special mystery prize, it was the Donald O'Carroll Award. We miss him, he's not here this year, so there is no Donald O'Carroll Award, there probably will never be another one. So we must find a new person to make an award for and commemorate the sort of the special place they have in our community. And in this case, it is the first Thirst for Knowledge Award, and it goes to somebody who thinks that no question is too small or too inopportune a time, and that would be Alex Neves.
Excellent.
Good man.
One for the motor?
Yeah. One for Mammy. Excellent, thank you, Alex. Always good fun. And whoever was around for the quiz last night knows he's a very special birthday.
Some of the biggest failure, did you see that? It's brilliant.
Okay, so we did a wee different thing this year. Obviously in this community we're blessed with a small amount of names amongst a large amount of people. So we took the most common names, which were Chris, Connor and Dave, and we thought who could be the best out of all of them. So the top Chris this year went to Chris Lewis. He gets a handshake and a voucher in the mail. So don't put that in the misery. The top Connor went to Connor Kerr, so he's left before we could do anything with him. But right, it's Connor Kerr all over. The top Dave, maybe no surprises, maybe some, went to our very own Dave Murphy. So well done, Dave. Well done all there. Okay. Yeah, so now we come to the wee side quest throughout the event. It was the Silmarils. I think a lot of people, I think everyone got at least one Silmaril. I think I've not had an in-depth look. Thanks.
Go on, Ned.
Until afterwards, but no.
Do I get the wooden Silmaril?
Most people entered into the spirit of it and didn't just chuck trebuchet shots at the people who were trying to enter into the spirit of it. So we had a really tightly contested sort of top 5, I think it was, and it came down to tiebreakers and tiebreakers of tiebreakers. John McCorkadale walked off with first place. I don't know why I've done him out of order, but I have. So John McCorkadale, well done. Do we have a John McCorkadale substitute? Anyone want to step up and be John McCorkadale for a photo?
We've got something ginger.
So back to the more traditional third place. This was probably the tightest one, and it went to somebody who bought a lovely new sort of version of a competitive list that also happened to have expert rider and just flew through every summer. So Ivan Shane, well done. Very well. I have here your Silmaril. Well done.
Thank you very
May
much.
Treasure that.
That doesn't sound like Carl.
Thank you very much.
It's honestly scary how many times I looked at the tables and saw Ivan and then realised it was Dave Clubley. Don't even. Second place went to a man who just swarmed the board and stole the cylinder rails from under his opponent's noses. We're all very fond of John Foster. Well done. You've got second place for the award.
One, John.
My cheeks are going to hurt after this. Yes, good man. Thank you for checking up. Okay, on to some of the other sort of more fun awards. We have most leader kills. This man destroyed leaders apparently, with a very, very small force. And Sean Sproul, wherever you are. Sean Sproul, well done, Sean Sproul. He got 5. Got 5. Well done, Sean. Very well done.
Which one survived? Who did I let live? Sullivan.
No takers. Okay. Grand. So best team sort of is it's called the. God, I really should know this, shouldn't I? The Robert Conroy Myclock Best Team Award, because this man loves team over even the Alliance Matrix. And he's not here, sadly, with him to attend today, but I'm sure he'd be very proud of the person getting this, because they bought a fun floppy list that flew away with the award, and it goes to Mike Wilson. And you get away, this is from Rob for you too. I think it's a Lord of the Rings map or something, and some dice from his channel. I would like to thank everyone who got into the spirit of the Best Display Board Award. There were several entries and it was actually really hotly contested. It did go to somebody eventually, fairly certainly, and that was Matt Butler with his Azog Tower.
Well done, Matt. Well done, buddy.
All you have to do is pay off your friends.
So, brief interlude, but I realised I've not actually recorded one of the results for one of these scores. Okay, yeah, best model. Some of these guys are going to get sick of standing up and sitting down all this time. So, best model went to, I think it was it Gladio you put forward?
Right.
Sean Sproul.
Gladio.
Excellent. Well, well done. Good job, Sean. Excellent painting. We're honoured to have you joining over here as well, and taking you away from the Scots.
One of us.
It's going to be great.
I'm happy.
Sorry, Chris. No, it's going to be good having you. So. Then we get on to the Conor Faulkner Favourite Opponent Award. Again, hotly contested. I think to come down to like 3 people and then 2. And they were both Conors, and we were going to say it's a bit sus, but then one took it away. So Conor Whitla, congratulations on our favourite.
You.
Alright, and now we come to the Painting Awards. In 3rd place, it's going to hit me, Conor Whitla, very well done. Thorns Company by Conor was absolutely fantastic, and everyone felt so well done.
Thank you.
Again, I should say the Best Painted Army, really hotly contested between a lot of people, a lot of votes. Thank you for everyone getting involved and dealing with the delays yesterday that facilitated that award. We had Conor in 3rd, and then above him in 2nd was Nicky Forsyth.
Nicky.
spot was Louis Van Heck. Very well done to all. So we're down to the last 5 prizes, you'll be happy to hear. I think, yes, we had the spot prizes too, but they won't be covered. In the probably one of the most hotly contested and favoured prizes of the tournament. David, could you come up and present this, please? It's the David Clubley Award. For our very own David Clubley. It's a bit dated now because he came in 3rd last year, so it doesn't really count for 4th place. But in 4th place was Larry Joe Snelling. So well done, in 3rd place was, apologies, right, I'll remember the rest of them. Jakob Krokma, well done, very well done. I've just gone and looked back at it and I said I'd remember, put that away. Sean Sproul, 2nd place, congratulations. Take And by virtue of a strong last game, pipping Sean by 2 tournament points and taking first, taking a Northern Irish Open Ardcon Masters ticket and this big glass trophy. Kevin, I'm going to do this terribly, Kevin Van Ravenswijk. Well done. So that's everything. Thank you very much for coming. And wow, okay. Yeah, I was waiting for a Smaug. Nobody said anything. There's a big ass dragon waiting to be given away. So I have a bag of names.
They all say Michael, don't they? It's real weird, isn't it?
I thankfully I have one. So good. Sorry, it's been done without any fanfare. Nicky Forsyth. Everything. Thank you so much all for coming. If you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. I would love it if you came back next year, if this can be hosted next year, and hopefully in the same place, we'll see. Just a final big thank you to Mark and the team for all the excellent hosting they did. Thank you to Cam for taking the photos there, for Conor Glover, because of Mirkwood for covering, and thanks once again everyone for coming. It's been great to have you, great to see you, and looking forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, Michael!
So just before we go, a few shout outs from myself as well. Just one to Exploding Dice for all the terrain they gave to Michael, and to everybody else that brought terrain down as well to make it such a very good variance of terrain on the tables. I think it's the best tables I've personally seen at an event. Huge shout out to Michael for running such an amazing 2 days for everybody. I know he was off his feet running to airports and grabbing people and bringing them to and from the accommodation and to the event. So huge shout out. I think we all know how big a legend Michael is, and if it wasn't for him, we all wouldn't have had such a great weekend, I'm sure. So thanks again, mate, for that. Really, really appreciated from everybody, I'm sure. To Mark and all the guys at the event as well for hosting. It was absolutely great there. I think it's the best event venue that I've ever been to. Having everything just right to hand, great setup, great rooms, great staff. Everyone was so friendly, and Mark actually runs a board game event in the Harlequins bar and stadium sort of place as well, where we were. So definitely check that out. It looks to be really good, and it's something I definitely think I'll be getting involved in. Huge shout out to the winners, especially Connor and Nicky, who both took home prizes for Best Painted. Connor also took home prize for Favourite Opponent, the namesake award of myself. Again, thanks to Michael for that. And also to Calvin and Nick, who managed to get some quite high placings in what was a bit of a Shark Tank event. Massive congratulations to Nicky as well for taking home the Smaug. Can't wait to see what you do with it. And just a big shout out to everybody that got involved and had a laugh and rolled some dice, and everybody that made the event exactly what it was. So I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed doing it, and on to the next one.